36% of American garages can't fit a car anymore. Not because the space shrank, because clutter ate it alive. But what if you could win that floor back without buying expensive cabinets or hiring anyone? These 15 simple garage storage ideas, counted down from solid to genius, can fix the chaos this weekend. Let's start at number 15, the pegboard wall. You've probably seen one in your dad's garage or your grandpa's basement, and there's a reason for that. The pegboard is credited to a Masonite Corporation product launched in the early 20th century by William H. Mason, and Merriam-Webster added the word back in 1952. So it's older than most of your tools, but the real magic isn't its age, it's the math behind it. A 4-foot pegboard holds dozens of tools on one wall, costs around $20 to $40 at a hardware store, and takes about an hour to install. You hang hammers, wrenches, screwdrivers, all in plain sight. No more rummaging through drawers, and no more losing the same pliers twice a week. However, one upgrade most people skip is the steel version. A galvanized pegboard from Wall Control runs up to 10 times stronger than a basic hardboard, and it doesn't sag when you load it heavily. But pegboards have one big weakness that opens the door to something even simpler. And that drops us into number 14, the magnetic tool strip. This one's so simple it almost counts as cheating. A magnetic bar mounted to your wall grabs every metal hand tool you own and holds it up like a fridge holds your kid's school art. Hammers, wrenches, pliers, screwdrivers, even drill bits, they all stick. You can buy a heavy-duty magnetic strip for around $15 to $30, and a single 30-inch bar can hold up to 40 pounds of steel. Most kitchen magnetic strips work too if you want to save a few bucks, but the real win is access. Pegboards make you lift each tool off a hook. Magnets just stick on contact. Therefore, this one's perfect for tools you grab 100 times a week. Mount one above your workbench, another near the door, and watch your top drawer empty out for good. However, once your wall is fully covered, the next move is straight up to the ceiling. Coming in at number 13, the overhead ceiling rack. This is the upgrade that genuinely changes lives. A 2-car garage takes up about 13 to 15% of total square footage in the average American home, but most homeowners are using 0% of their ceiling. That's like owning a 2-story house and never going upstairs. A 4-foot by 8-foot rack from Safe Racks holds 600 pounds, while heavy-duty models from FlexiMounts carry up to 750 pounds. Engineered systems can handle 1,500 pounds spread across the joists, which is 15 to 20 plastic bins of seasonal stuff floating safely above your head. However, you can't just slap one up anywhere. The bracket has to bolt into 2 ceiling joists, not the drywall, or the whole thing comes down on your car. Once it's mounted right, you stash holiday decorations, camping gear, and winter tires above your head. All the seasonal junk that eats your floor space the other 10 months. But not every storage win has to cost $200. Sliding into number 12, the PVC pipe tool holder. This one's pure garage hacker energy. You grab a length of 3-inch or 4-inch PVC pipe from a home center for under $10, cut it into short cubbies with a handsaw, and screw the cubbies to your wall or workbench edge. Suddenly, every cordless drill, every hot glue gun, every long-handled screwdriver has a home. The trick that makes PVC useful is angling. Mount the cubbies tilted instead of flat, and the tools point right at you for one-handed grabs. But the version most people miss is the workbench edge mount. Screw 5 or 6 cubbies along the front lip of your bench, and you've got the perfect spot to drop pencils, levels, tape measures, and the screwdriver you somehow always lose. Plus, PVC won't rust, won't rot in damp weather, and won't crack like cheap plastic bins. But once you squeeze every drop out of PVC, it's time to step up to the heavyweight class. And that takes us to number 11, the slat wall panel system. Think of slat wall as pegboard's bigger, meaner, older brother. Instead of small round holes, you get long horizontal slots that accept heavy-duty hooks, bins, shelves, and brackets. PVC slat wall panels hold serious weight. And unlike pegboard, the hooks don't slip out when you yank a tool off. Brands like Gladiator and ProSlat make panels that cover an entire wall in under 2 hours, and the whole system reconfigures in seconds. Pop a hook off one slot, snap it into another. No drilling required. but slat wall pulls ahead in one big way. The same panel that holds your shovel today can hold your snowblower attachment next month because every accessory slides along the entire slot. However, the real flex is curb appeal. Slat wall makes a garage look like a real workshop instead of a junk closet. But slat wall isn't the only modular wall system worth knowing about. Now we roll into number 10, the French cleat system. A French cleat is a long board cut at a 45-degree angle, screwed horizontally to your wall, with matching cleats screwed to the back of your tool holders. The holders slide on and off the wall cleat like books on a shelf, but they lock in place by gravity. The result is a tool wall, where every holder is custom-built and totally swappable. You can make holders for table saw blades, clamps, paintbrushes. Anything with a flat back gets a cleat. The whole setup costs under $30 in lumber if you have a basic miter saw. But the genius part is upgradability. You build holders one at a time as you need them, instead of trying to plan the whole wall at once. Therefore, the French cleat wall grows with you. Most YouTube woodworkers run a wall like this for a reason. Nothing else gives you this much flexibility for this little money. But all these wall upgrades still miss the biggest floor hog sitting in your garage right now. Heading into number 9, the vertical bike hook setup. Bikes are the worst garage clutter because they're tall, heavy, and they live on the floor like furniture. A vertical bike storage hook flips that problem. You hang the bike by its front wheel, and the back wheel rests gently against the wall. A vertical bike shrinks down to about 12 to 18 inches of wall width, roughly a third of the space a horizontal mount needs. Most rubber-coated steel bike hooks support up to 100 pounds and cost $10 to $20 a piece. For families with 3 or 4 bikes, you can line them up in a row and reclaim an entire side of the garage. But what about the bikes you barely ride? Therefore, the ceiling lift comes in. A pulley-style ceiling lift parks a bike directly overhead and lowers it in about 30 seconds when you need it. But not every storage problem is the size of a bike. Some are the size of a screw. And that drops us into number 8, the Mason Jar Small Parts Organizer. This is the oldest hack in the book for one simple reason, because it just keeps working. You screw a mason jar lid to the underside of a shelf, fill the jar with screws or nails or washers, then twist the jar back into the lid. The result is a row of clear jars hanging upside down from your shelf, showing you exactly what's inside without opening anything. Lost screws cost the average American hours every year, and this method saves you from buying duplicate hardware again. But there's a modern version that beats the jar trick. Stackable plastic bins from Sterilite or Acro Mills give you 60 to 100 labeled compartments for under $50. However, if you're going old school, the jar method costs literally $0 because you already have jars somewhere in your house. But jars and bins still need somewhere to live, and the answer is hiding right under your nose. Let's slide into number 7, the pull-out workbench drawers. Most workbenches waste the bottom half of their footprint. The space under your bench is prime real estate that just sits there collecting cobwebs. Adding pull-out drawers or rolling toolboxes underneath turns that wasted space into the most accessible storage in your garage. A set of drawer slides runs $15 to $20, and you can build the drawers from plywood scraps in an afternoon. But if you don't want to build anything, a rolling tool chest fits perfectly under most workbenches and gives you 10 to 15 drawers of organized chaos. You throw power tools in one drawer, hand tools in the next, and your sandpaper and drill bits go up top in the shallow ones. The whole thing rolls out when you need it and tucks away when you don't. Plus, 67% of garage owners say their tool collection is so big that staying organized is a must, per the 22-2 Craftsman survey. However, what if your garage doesn't even have room for a permanent workbench in the first place? And that brings us to number 6, the fold-down workbench. This one's mandatory if you've got a small garage. A traditional workbench eats up 4 to 6 feet of permanent floor space, even when you're not using it. A fold-down workbench mounts flat against the wall, drops open when you need it, and folds back up when you're done. Wall-mounted kits run between $80 and $200, and a DIY version can be built for under $50 in lumber. 53% of U.S. adults use their garage or at-home workshop for DIY projects per that Craftsman survey, and millennials lead the pack at 62%. But almost none of those DIY-ers have a dedicated workspace. The fold-down bench gives you a serious work surface without giving up your car spot. However, the real upgrade is what you mount above it. A French cleat strip or pegboard above the folding bench means every tool you need is one reach away the second the bench drops down. But your garage handles way more than just tools, and the second most expensive thing you own parks right inside it. Now we hit number 5, the pool noodle car door protector. This one sounds dumb until you do the math. The average new car cost over $30,000 back in 2015, and prices have only climbed. Now imagine dinging that car door against your garage wall every time you squeeze out of a tight parking spot. A $2 pool noodle, cut lengthwise and stuck to the garage wall with adhesive at door handle height, absorbs every impact and saves your paint for years. You can also mount a horizontal noodle along the wall at bumper height to keep yourself from over-parking and crunching your headlight into the drywall. Pool noodles are foam, they're cheap, they last forever, and they're soft enough that even your kid's bike pedal won't scratch your hood. But the secret hack inside this hack is dropping a vertical noodle from the ceiling at exactly the right spot. When the noodle touches your windshield, you stop parking. However, the smartest storage hacks aren't always on the walls. Sometimes they hide on the surfaces you walk past every single day. Up next at number 4, the back of door storage play. The interior side of your garage's entry door is basically a flat surface you're not using, and most people stare past it every day. An over-the-door organizer, the same kind you'd hang on a closet door, fits perfectly on a garage entry door and gives you 24 to 36 clear pockets for small items. Think spray paint, gardening gloves, bug spray, screwdrivers, anything you need fast without digging through a bin. Over-the-door organizers cost $10 to $20 and install in under 60 seconds. But the heavier version is even better. Steel pegboard panels or hook strips mounted directly to the back of the door can hold rakes, brooms, mops, and long-handled tools that would otherwise tip over in a corner. Therefore, you turn dead vertical real estate into a fully functional storage zone. Just keep your loaded door under 30 pounds total, or you'll be replacing hinges before storage. However, doors and walls work way harder when you stop nailing things one at a time. And that takes us to number 3. The track wall system. This is where garage storage actually becomes a cheat code. Track systems from brands like Gladiator Gear Track and Rubbermaid Fast Track mount as long horizontal rails across your wall studs. Then you snap modular hooks, bins, baskets, and even small shelves onto the rails wherever you want. The whole system rearranges in seconds because every accessory clicks on and off like Lego. A Rubbermaid Fast Track starter kit runs $40 to $70, and Gladiator's gear wall panels cost more but cover whole walls in one afternoon. But the reason track wall beats regular pegboard or shelving is capacity. Each hook holds 50 to 75 pounds, and you can mount as many as the rail allows. So you're hanging shovels, rakes, leaf blowers, lawn chairs, even folding ladders on a system that doesn't sag or bend. However, the part people sleep on is mixing track systems with bike hooks. A single gear track rail can hold a bike, a leaf blower, and 3 rakes side by side. But there's still one problem with everything we've covered so far. It all leaves your stuff hanging out for the world to see. Coming in at number 2, the hanging wall cabinets. This one separates the casual organizer from the people who take their garage seriously. Wall-mounted cabinets, the same kind you'd see in a kitchen, mounted across your garage wall, give you closed storage that hides every ugly box, can, and bottle behind clean doors. The visual difference is immediate. A garage with hanging cabinets reads as a workshop, while a garage with open shelves reads as a junk pile, even when the contents are identical. Steel wall cabinets from Husky, New Age, and Gladiator run $100 to $400 each and hold 100 pounds per shelf. But the real win is the layout. By keeping cabinets at chest height or above, you preserve every inch of floor space underneath for your car, bikes, or workbench. Therefore, you double stack your storage without doubling your floor footprint. Plus, 85% of American adults say a well-organized garage is a source of pride, per the same Craftsman study. However, all 14 ideas so far solve individual problems. They don't solve the big one. And the number one spot on this list goes to the zone method. 27% of American homeowners use their garage for hobbies, 23% for car work, 19% for woodworking, and 13% for exercise, per a 2015 Gladiator Garage Works survey. But most people pile all those activities into one giant mess on top of each other. The zone method splits your garage into clearly assigned sections. Sports gear lives in one corner, tools and the workbench take another, and lawn and garden runs along the third wall with seasonal storage overhead. The reason this works runs deeper than how it looks. The Soap and Detergent Association found that 80% of household clutter comes from disorganization, not from a lack of space. So the problem was never your garage being too small. The problem was never having a plan for where stuff belongs. Therefore, once you build out zones, every other idea on this list snaps into place. Pegboards live in the tool zone, bike hooks live in the sports zone, and overhead racks live above whichever zone gets the least daily use. That's how 3 out of 4 homeowners stop wishing for a better garage and finally have one. That's the full 15. If even one of these gives you back a corner of your garage that's been hostage for years, you know the move. Hit subscribe and lock it in.